by fans of high quality entertainment. So I have been on another Paul McCartney kick lately. I always listen to Paul McCartney. I've got most of his albums. I actually just ordered Press to Play, a good used copy of it. That's the one album I've never had in my collection. And the only other one, oh, and also Tug of War. I don't know what happened to my copy of Tug of War. I did have the two CD, from the archive edition, and I can't find it. So I've been in a bit of a panic to the point where I ordered it again. So maybe I'll end up with two copies, but yeah, I can't find it, and I definitely did not, pawn it off or anything. And the other one that I need is, well, there's Kisses on the Bottom, which I don't even know if I'll ever. I did have it at one point, but even if I bought it, I'm really not going to listen to it that much. Even though it's not a bad album, it's just there's so many other Paul McCartney albums I'd rather listen to. And then Back to the Egg, of course, I don't have on CD, but I know the album very well. So anyway, recently, because I have these new headphones, which I absolutely love, I've been listening to some of my older CDs that I haven't played in quite a while. And not always, but sometimes I'll just have a new appreciation for an album that I thought was either, mediocre or just good. And so recently I played, after, hadn't heard this in a couple of years, Flowers in the Dirt, which I did a video on and it had over 2,000 views. So thanks for watching. I was really impressed with this. And, I'm still getting to know the album because I've never really played it that much. But I just have a new appreciation for Flowers in the Dirt. So last night, I played two more Paul McCartney albums that I've never been well, three actually. One I really did like, and two that weren't my favorites. And I actually played this two nights in a row just to make sure. But anyway, I'm starting to really enjoy Pipes of Peace, which I used to call Pipes of Crap. And I don't want to really go on about it right now. I might make a separate video just on this, but I am planning. Now I've got two YouTube channels, and I did post in my community which discography album ranking should I do next, the Beach Boys or Paul McCartney? And I think about 60% voted for Paul McCartney, but I might just do both and have one on the one YouTube channel and the other ranking on the other one, and just, take my time reviewing both discographies. And so after this, which I really enjoyed, I played Give My Regards to Broad Street, which I was never a fan of. And once again, I just really, really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Paul McCartney album. Same with Pipes of Peace. It's not going to be my favorite. But I think it's way, way better than I thought it was. I was wrong. And I was especially impressed with the covers of the Beatles songs of Paul's. Like Yesterday, Here, There, and Everywhere, For No One, and Eleanor Rigby. I think, of course, they're not as good as the Beatles versions, but I thought they were really, really well done. I just have a new appreciation for this and Pipes of Peace and Flowers in the Dirt. And I also played, and this album I've always really liked. I think it's underrated. And last night I totally enjoyed it again. off the ground. I don't enjoy the album cover that much. But I think this is a very underrated Paul McCartney album. So I love this. So that's why, I have done a ranking of Paul's albums before individually, and I think in a series at some point. But my opinion, and most people's opinions change throughout the years when it comes to music. And so I'm going to have a new, I think better reviews for most of these albums. And so it's going to be kind of fun to see how they all rank. And that is about it. So yeah, I finally have a appreciation for 80s McCartney because like I've said many times, when Pipes of Peace came out, I never even bought it. I just thought it was, he was getting a bit too cheesy. It's like he could have appeared on the Donnie and Marie Variety Hour or something. Uh, but I've matured. No, but I just have a new respect for his input. And I'll definitely be checking out some more of the other albums that, I haven't cared for as much as other ones. And that's it. I would love your thoughts on any of these albums in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Remember to thumbs up the video. Thank you. Bye.